Breaking news this hour. A major aviation disaster has been reported from northern Canada, where a passenger aircraft has crashed in a remote and snow-covered region. According to initial reports, the aircraft was on a scheduled flight when it suddenly began experiencing difficulties mid-air before disappearing from radar screens. Air traffic control reportedly lost communication with the aircraft within moments, raising immediate alarm and triggering emergency response protocols. Search and rescue teams were quickly deployed to locate the missing plane, and after an intensive search operation, the crash site was identified deep within a heavily forested and icy terrain, making access extremely difficult for emergency crews. Authorities have confirmed that the aircraft was carrying multiple passengers and crew members, although the exact number of individuals on board has not yet been officially released. Rescue teams are currently working under extremely harsh weather conditions, including freezing temperatures, strong winds, and heavy snowfall, which are significantly complicating efforts to reach survivors and provide medical assistance. Eyewitnesses from nearby areas have reported hearing a loud explosion, followed by the sight of smoke rising into the sky, prompting them to alert local authorities, who immediately initiated emergency procedures. Upon arrival at the crash site, responders found debris scattered across a wide area, indicating the severity of the impact. However, despite the devastation, there have been reports that some individuals have been found alive and are being given urgent medical care on site. Makeshift medical stations have been set up to stabilize the injured before they can be transported to hospitals. Although transportation remains a challenge due to the difficult terrain and weather conditions, officials have emphasized that saving lives remains the top priority, and all available resources are being mobilized to support rescue operations. Helicopters have been dispatched, but their ability to operate is limited due to poor visibility and ongoing snowfall, forcing many teams to proceed on foot or with specialized snow vehicles to reach the wreckage. The Canadian aviation authorities have launched a full-scale investigation into the incident, and a team of experts is being assembled to determine the cause of the crash. Preliminary assessments suggest that severe weather may have played a significant role, with particular concern about icing conditions that can affect aircraft performance by disrupting airflow over the wings and impairing engine function. Aviation experts note that flying in such extreme environments requires precise navigation and constant monitoring, as even minor issues can escalate rapidly into critical situations. There are also questions regarding whether any mechanical failure or technical malfunction may have contributed to the accident. Investigators are especially focused on recovering the aircraft's black box, which contains crucial flight data and cockpit voice recordings that could provide valuable insight into the final moments before the crash. Once recovered, this data will be carefully analyzed to reconstruct the sequence of events and identify any contributing factors. Meanwhile, government officials have expressed deep concern and sympathy for those affected by the tragedy, stating that every effort is being made to assist victims and their families. Emergency response agencies have been praised for their swift action and dedication in the face of extremely challenging conditions. The government has also pledged full support for the ongoing rescue and investigation efforts, and has assured the public that transparency will be maintained throughout the process. As more information becomes available, the incident has sparked widespread reaction across the country, with many people taking to social media to express their condolences and support for the victims' families, while also commending the bravery of rescue personnel. Others have raised concerns about aviation safety, particularly in remote and weather-prone regions, calling for stricter regulations and improved safety measures to prevent similar tragedies in the future. Authorities have urged the public to remain calm and avoid spreading unverified information, emphasizing the importance of relying on official updates during such a critical situation. Hospitals in nearby regions have been placed on high alert, and medical teams are preparing to handle incoming patients with injuries ranging from minor to critical. Additional supplies and personnel are being arranged to ensure that all necessary care can be provided without delay. The weather department has warned that conditions in the area are expected to remain severe over the coming hours, which may further hinder rescue operations. But officials have made it clear that efforts will continue round the clock until all passengers and crew members have been accounted for. As the situation develops, questions continue to arise regarding the exact cause of the crash and whether it could have been prevented. Experts stress that while aviation remains one of the safest modes of transportation, incidents like this highlight the importance of constant vigilance, advanced technology, and rigorous training to handle unexpected challenges. The focus now remains on locating survivors, providing immediate assistance, and conducting a thorough investigation to uncover the truth behind this tragic ghutna. Rescue teams are working tirelessly, navigating through snow-covered forests and unstable terrain to reach every part of the crash site and ensure that no one is left behind. Communication remains a critical challenge in such remote areas, but specialized equipment is being used to maintain contact between teams and coordinate their efforts efficiently. Every passing moment is crucial, and responders are racing against time to maximize the chances of survival for those who may still be trapped or injured amid the wreckage. Families of passengers are anxiously awaiting news, and authorities are setting up support centers to provide them with updates, counseling, and assistance during this difficult time. The emotional impact of such a ghutna is profound, and efforts are being made to address both the physical and psychological needs of those affected. Officials have reiterated their commitment to conducting a comprehensive and transparent investigation, and to implementing any recommendations that may arise from it, in order to enhance safety and prevent future incidents as the nation watches closely. Attention remains fixed on the ongoing rescue mission, and the hope that more survivors will be found alive amid the challenging conditions. This is a developing story, and updates will continue to be provided as new information becomes available. Stay tuned for the latest details on this breaking news story from Canada, where a tragic plane crash has prompted a massive emergency response and a nationwide outpouring of concern and solidarity, as authorities work tirelessly to manage the crisis and uncover the cause of this devastating crash.